A picturesque city on the Tennessee River, deep in the American South. Chattanooga is also home to a giant of the global car industry. VW's ultra-high-tech production plant has become a big source of pride here. But now, for all the sunshine, it's under a cloud. Seems the only people here in Chattanooga who aren't talking about the VW emissions scandal right now are VW themselves. They've instituted something of a media lockdown here at their Chattanooga headquarters, and they're asking their big network of suppliers not to speak to the media either. But for everybody else, the scandal is the talk of the town. Economist Bruce Hutchison gave us his prognosis.
I think there will be some loss of jobs. I will be surprised if VW headquarters in Germany doesn't make decisions to primarily keep its employment level at its factories and business locations in Germany.
That thought is keeping this man awake at night. Mike Cantrell is head of the United Auto Workers Union in Chattanooga. He's come to meet a couple of colleagues at their temporary base near the VW plant. It's temporary because Volkswagen hasn't formally recognized their union yet, after they narrowly failed to win the backing of the plant's workers. That leaves them feeling vulnerable if the axe does start to fall.
If we would have had a work council in place and a union in place by this time, we would at least had an ideal that if things need to be adjusted or tightened for a period of time, we would know the process. We would not know, we would not just have an unknown.
And I'm a single income household. I have 2 daughters that I try to support, and I definitely have to start thinking about changes if something doesn't happen soon.
It brought a big weight, and with that in mind, you're going to have the fear. People feel like they're stepping on eggshells, and they're making preparations to get other employment. They're thinking about their families.
It's not just jobs at stake. Activist Helen Burns-Sharp worries about the millions in incentives VW received to set up in the city. Was it an unequal bargain with Chattanooga's David to VW's Goliath?
David is not as wealthy, and David is not as big, and David is more vulnerable, and David is operating on faith largely here, and these agreements that Goliath is going to do what they said they were going to do.
A small city that's tied its fate to that of a giant corporation. As another day passes here in Chattanooga, its people are waiting for VW's next move.